It's often said that in Britain, a business failure is a black mark against an entrepreneur, whereas in America, it's almost a badge of honour. But maybe we're becoming more forgiving in this country. Now, it's an issue that really matters to our next visitors to the den, mother and daughter, Angela and Jessica McLean.
Dragons. My name is Angela McLean and this is my daughter Jessica, and our two young models are brother and sister Josh and Camilla. We're looking for a £100,000 investment for 25% of our business, Baggers Originals.
Baggers Originals is a relaunch of a company my mum started 23 years ago when she first made a set of waterproof trousers for me at the age of 5, the same age as Camilla. Back then, the business grew too big too quickly and ceased trading in the early 90s. As you can see, the rainwear is being beautifully modelled by Josh and Camilla.
Beautiful.
The rainwear products each have an attached pocket inside that can be used as a pocket when the garment is being worn, and when it's wet and muddy, it pushes inside the pocket to form an easy-to-carry bag. The products have a design copyright, as does the shape of the rainwear bag. The name, Baggers Originals, carries a trademark.
We have sold over 300 units direct to customers and into small retailers in Ireland. However, we appreciate the importance of getting the brand into a major retailer. To that end, we have secured a trial order with global retailer Monsoon, manufacturing Baggers Originals with one of their heritage prints and branded as Baggers Originals at Monsoon.
We believe Baggers are back. Thank you for listening.
Do you want to wave bye-bye?
Bye-bye. Thank you.
A comeback pitch for experienced entrepreneur Angela McLean and her daughter Jessica. They're hoping it's second time lucky for their kids' waterproof clothing brand, and they're looking for £100,000 in return for a 25% share.
Thank you.
Piers Linney wants to know more about their past business baggage.
Angela, Jessica, hello.
Hello.
So there's a history. So you started a business,
I did.
the same name.
Yeah.
And how many?
That was called Baggers and Company then.
Okay, when was that?
Jessica was 5, so that's 23 years ago.
And you were saying that that business was doing pretty well at the time.
Yeah, we launched it and we won quite a few national competitions, and then we also were shortlisted for an export award and a clothes show. And the world and the wife just wanted baggers. Disney World were interested in America. And to be honest, I didn't have the business experience, and I ran out of cash with it.
So how big did it get before you?
It got, in 2 years, to 1.2 million turnover.
So you overtraded?
Overtraded,
and then
yeah.
just hit the buffers.
So we had a lot of hard lessons about cash flow.
I persuaded Mum last year to relaunch the brand because we always believed in it. You know, we know we've got a fantastic product there. You know, all the children who wore them the first time round are having children now as well, so there's that brand awareness.
A passionate endorsement from Jessica, who wore the clothing as a child and is now a partner in the business. But Kelly Hoppen is keen to cut through the sentimentality and get down to basics.
Is there another version of this? Do you have a competitor that has something that has the bag attached to the clothes?
There are similar products like Cath Kidston does one.
Yeah, I've seen
you know,
that.
there are similar products out there, but they don't have the bag attached. So we feel that we've got quite an exclusivity with that.
Because it's all about trying to make the carry of whatever you're doing for a child easier. Obviously, the wet thing's brilliant. You know, you could have a towel bag.
Yeah,
Part of the
that's
problem
one
with
our
swimming
ideas.
is you have a towel and then that goes
Yeah.
into a bag. You'd have ballet, you'd have sportswear, you'd have gym clothes.
This brand is about innovation. You know, we have to keep innovating, but you know, we've got a list like you have done of ideas that we can ready to go with.
Where are you getting them made at the moment? In which country?
We're getting them made over in China.
Getting them made in China
Yes,
and shipped, and what are they costing you?
It costs £6.20.
Is that landed?
That's landed price, yeah.
So your model at the moment, I presume you're selling online directly.
Yeah, and the price point is £24.99 for a set.
What are your orders looking like with Monsoon? What's the deal?
They've ordered initially 1,000 units as a trial order.
Okay, but it's still in your bag. It's still branded baggers.
Monsoon have, I think, it's about 1,100 stores.
Yeah, 1,100 stores.
Worldwide, they've never had a branded product in their store in 40 years, and it is a real coup to get the first branded product in Monsoon.
An impressive claim from the entrepreneurs. Impressive enough for Peter Jones to want to find out more.
So tell me about the business. Give me a sort of a very quick snapshot of what's in the business today, cash-wise, stock-wise, asset-wise.
Okay, we've got £30,000 worth of stock that we invested in. We've got £10,000 in the bank.
10,000.
Yeah, and we've had investment from very early stage investment. We got in for £100,000.
And who's that from?
That is from 2 entrepreneurs in Newcastle.
And what do they own of the business?
They own at the moment between them. They have 13% each.
Okay, so they got 13% for 50k.
Yeah.
But do you owe anybody any money?
No.
So you've just invested and used their money to take the brand to where it is today, and you've still got basically 40k worth of assets left. So you've spent 60,000 developing the brand and getting it to where it is.
Yeah.
You've done well.
Angela certainly seems to understand the business this time round. Yet despite the comeback story, something seems to be bothering Duncan Bannatyne.
Well, first of all, I'm not really sure why you're here today, because I don't really think you need the money. But have you approached your original investors if you want more money?
I think one of the big advantages of coming into the Den is that we appreciate the expertise that you have in the retail sector and the branding that you have yourselves, and we feel that we could really support our business with somebody like that. Our other 2 investors don't have that expertise.
I think you've got the expertise yourself. I think you know enough about it. I think baggers is a nice little concept, but I think it's limited. And I don't really think I can add that much to it. So if I can't add much to the business, there's no point me investing in it. So for that reason, I'm going to say I'm out. But I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Duncan.
I think it's a really lovely quality story. The whole thing about you, mother, daughter, started the business. I think it's really lovely. But I think your biggest problem is going to be what you design. There's something that's stopping me from... maybe it's just not exciting enough for me, to be honest. I want to wish you luck, but I'm not going to invest. I'm out.
Thank you.
Disappointment for the duo as Kelly Hoppen takes her money and, crucially, her design credentials off the table. Peter Jones is keeping his options open.
The issue is the fact that so many others can do this. If you walk into Primark today, for literally £6.99, you can get a very similar product. It's not the same quality, yes, agreed. It's not a brand, again, agreed, but it kind of does what it says on the tin, which is a zipped raincoat for a child.
I mean, there are waterproofs, in Primark.
That's what's going through my head, and then I'm thinking, Deborah and I have got an investment in kids' backpacks, and it's highly successful. They've been able to establish the brand extremely quickly, and because the product's fantastic, it sells. And I do think the quality of your product is very, very good.
Nerve-wracking times for the entrepreneurs as Peter Jones hints at a possible co-investment with Deborah Meaden. But will she buy into the plan?
So girls, let me tell you what I think. I think there is a good fit, not necessarily with the product that Peter and I already invested in, but with that market. Bang on the same market. And probably the routes to market are going to be quite similar, which for me makes it quite attractive because I get it. I know what we can do here. So, and Peter and I don't have an opportunity to sit and have a natter about this in the Den. So what I'm about to say is entirely dependent on Peter's independent view on whether or not he thinks that this would work as a fit. So this comes from me. So It's for half of the money, and I want 15% of the business.
Thank you.
Damn. I wrote down 20%. It's the speed at which we could get this to work and get the money back being brutal about it. The other side is that we need a lot left on the table for you to keep driving it forward. I would be willing to match Deborah's offer of 50,000 for 15% of your company.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So a joint investment deal is finally on the table. Piers Linney is the only dragon left. He can still choose to rain on their parade.
This leaves me. I mean, I like it as well. I think the more I've listened to you and heard the story and heard about the product, but to be honest, really honest with you, I'd make you the same offer, the whole amount. Take this offer. It's be a much better deal for you, which is painful to say. But I think Deborah and Peter would probably take this a lot further than I could do, to be quite frank. So on that basis, I'm out.
Thank you.
Do you want to go and have a chat, or are you okay?
I think we're okay.
Yeah. We did, as it happens, we did want both of you involved in our business. We did think you had the skills to do it, and you know, if we'd written down on a piece of paper out there, it would have been you and Deborah. So it's fantastic that you've invested, and we'll take the offer.
Well done.
Brilliant.
Angela and Jessica have bagged a £100,000 investment deal with their preferred dragons.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And it's a happy ending for this family's business story.
Really excited about Deborah and Peter because they've actually got experience of similar products, taking them into the marketplace.
I like that.
I think we bagged a good investment there.
I think they're just as excited as we are about going forward.
So, at the end of another day, with two businesses having agreed a deal with the dragons, it's worth asking, did the right guys get the money? If you had cash to spare, would you put it where the dragons did? The conversation about all of tonight's pitches continues on Twitter, using the hashtag #DragonsDen. Coming up next week.
Blimey, Charlotte. I was worried what on earth you were trying to sell to us.
Today we've got for you 0-calorie noodles, £1 a box. Fancy sweet, free for £1.
Are you sure a £100 toothbrush has got a battery in it?
Yep.
Well, I just stick mine in the charger.
What do you think it's charging? Charging a battery?
You really asked that?
Do you really think you can walk into the den and walk out with 200 grand?
This, for me, is an investment only a mother could love, I'm afraid.
I take risks. You are braver than me.
They're cooks going in search of authentic food. New series of Cook Abroad begins with Harry Biker, Dave Myers, Egypt, tomorrow at 9 on BBC Two. On the way next tonight, we're looking for retribution. Jeff Bridges and Matt Damon star in the adaptation of the powerful story of True Grit. While it's over on BBC Three, they're playing Happy Families in the Griffin's house on Family Guy.
So you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 6.5. 2 minutes. You're making hysterical. Okay, that's it. Finished.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
The Blood, Sweat and Tears of the Great British Sewing Bee starts Thursday at 8 on BBC Two.
It's only a game. It's only a game. It's only a game. It's only a game.
The eyes have it!
I thought this way His Majesty could see who was with him and who against him.
He made her a binding promise.
The Cardinal fixed him then, and unfortunately the Cardinal is dead.
I thought perhaps you could help organise
those things this time?
I think she'll soften. Now she has her heart's desire.
When my son is born, they'll all be powerless.
Hilary Mantel's Wolf Hall continues Wednesday at 9 on BBC Two and BBC Two HD.
Now on BBC Two, the Coen Brothers cowboy reboot of a John Wayne Western with some violent scenes. Jeff Bridges and Matt Damon lead an excellent cast in True Grit.
People did not give it credence that a young girl could leave home and go off in the wintertime to avenge her father's blood, but it did happen. I was just 14 years of age when a coward by the name of Tom Cheney shot my father down and robbed him of his life and his horse and 2 California gold pieces that he carried in his trouser band. Cheney was a hired man, and Papa had taken him up to Fort Smith to help lead back a string of Mustang ponies he had bought. In town, Cheney had fallen to drink and cards and lost all his money. He got it into his head he was being cheated and went back to the boarding house for his Henry rifle. When Papa tried to intervene, Cheney shot him. Cheney fled. He could have walked his horse, for not a soul in that city could be bothered to give chase. No doubt Cheney fancied himself scot-free. But he was wrong. You must pay for everything in this world one way and another. There is nothing free except the grace of God.
Is that the man?
That is my father.
If you would like to kiss him, it would be all right.
He's gone home. Praise the Lord.
Why is it so much?
The quality of the casket and of the embalming. The lifelike appearance requires time and art, and the chemicals come dear. The particulars are in your bill. If you'd like to kiss him, it would be all right.
Thank you, the spirit has flown. Your wire said $50.
You did not specify that he was to be shipped.
Well, $60 is every cent we have. It leaves nothing for our board. Yarnell, you can see to the body's transport to the train station and accompany it home. I will have to sleep here tonight. I still have to collect father's things and see to some other business.
Your mama didn't say nothing about you seeing no business here.
Well, this business Mama doesn't know about. It's all right, Yarnell. I dismiss you.
I'm not sure.
Tell Mama not to sign anything until I return home and see that Papa is buried in his mason's apron. Your terms are agreeable if I may pass the night here.
Here, among these people.
These people?
I'm expecting 3 more souls. Sullivan, Smith, and his tongue in the rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, beware. And train up your children in the way that they should go. You see what has become of me because of drink. I killed a man in a trifling quarrel over a pocket knife. If I had received good instruction as a child...
Can you point out the sheriff?
I'll Thomas Imran.
Him with the mustaches.
I'll be with my wife and children today. I do not know what is to become of them, but I hope and pray that you will not slight them and compel them to go into low company.
killed the wrong man is which is why I'm here. Had I killed the man I meant to, I don't believe I'd have been convicted. The seaman out there in that crowd is worse than me. Okay.
Before I am hanged, I would like to say,
No, we ain't arrested him. Ain't caught up to him. We lit out for the territory. I would think that he's thrown in with Lucky Ned Pepper, whose gang robbed a mail hack yesterday on the Podium River.
Well, why are you not looking for him?
I have no authority in the Indian Nation. Tom Cheney is the business of U.S. Marshals now.
When will they arrest him?
Not soon, I'm afraid. The marshals are not well staffed, and I'll tell you frankly, Cheney's at the end of a long list of fugitives and malefactors.
Could I hire a marshal to pursue Tom Cheney?
You have a lot of experience with bounty hunters, do you?
That is a silly question. I am here to settle my father's affairs.
All alone.
Well, I'm the person for it. Mama was never any good at sums, and she could hardly spell cat. I intend to see Papa's killer hanged.
Well, nothing prevents you from offering a reward and so informing the marshals. You'd have to be real money, though, to be persuasive. Cheney's across the river in the Choctaw Nation.
I will see to the money. Who's the best marshal?
I have to weigh that. William Waters is the best tracker. He's half Comanche, and it is something to see him cut the sign. Meanest is Rooster Cogburn. He is a pitiless man, double tough, and fear don't enter into his thinking. He loves to pull a cork. The best is probably L.T. Quinn. He brings his prisoners in alive. Now, he may let one slip by now and again, but he believes that even the worst of men is entitled to a fair shake.
Where can I find this rooster?
The gates is occupied.
I know it is occupied, Mr. Cogburn. As I said, I have business with you.
I have prior business.
You have been at it for quite some time, Mr. Cogburn.
There is no clock on my business. The hell with you. How did you stop me here?
The sheriff told me to look in the saloon. In the saloon, they referred me here. We must talk.
Women ain't allowed in the saloon.
I was not there as a customer. I am 14 years old.
The gates is occupied. Will be for some time.
Good evening.
If you would like to sleep in a coffin, it would be all right.
How much are you paying for cotton?
9.5 for low middling and 10 for ordinary.
We got most of ours out early. Sold to the Woodson Brothers in Little Rock for 11 cents.
I suggest you take the balance of it to the Woodson Brothers.
We took the balance to Woodson. We got 10 and a half.
Why'd you come here to tell me this?
Oh, I thought we might shop around up here next year, but I guess we're doing all right in Little Rock. I'm Maddie Ross. Daughter of Frank Ross.
Oh, tragic thing. Now I say your father impressed me with his manly qualities. He was a close trader, but he acted a gentleman.
Well, I propose to sell those ponies back to you that my father bought.
Oh, that I fear is out of the question. I will see that they're shipped to you at my earliest convenience.
Well, we don't want the ponies now. We don't need them.
Well, that hardly concerns me. Your father bought the ponies and paid for them, and there's an end of it. I have the bill of sale.
And I want $300 for Papa's saddle horse that was stolen from your stable.
You have to take that up with the man who stole the horse.
Tom Cheney stole the horse while it was in your care. You are responsible.
Yeah, I admire your sand. But I believe you will find I'm not liable for such claims.
You were the custodian. If you were a bank ever robbed, you could not simply tell the depositors to go hang.
I do not entertain hypotheticals. The world as it is vexing enough. Secondly, your valuation of the horse is high by about $200. How old are
If
you?
anything, my price is low. My Judy is a fine racing mare. I've seen her jump an 8-rail fence with the heavy rider. I'm 14.
Oh, well, it's all very interesting. The ponies are yours. Take them. Your father's horse was stolen by a murderous criminal. I have provided reasonable protection for the creature as per our implicit agreement. My watchman had his teeth knocked out and can take on this suit.
And I will take it to law.
You have no case.
Lawyer J. Noble Daggett of Dardanelle, Arkansas may think otherwise. Is might a jury. Petitioned by a widow and 3 small children.
I will pay $200 to your father's estate when I have in my hand a letter from your lawyer absolving me of all liability from the beginning of the world to
I will
date.
take $200 for Judy, plus $100 for the ponies, and $25 for the gray horse that Tom Cheney left. He was easily worth $40. That is $325.
The ponies have no part in it. I will not buy them.
And the price for Judy is $325.
I would not pay $325 for a winged Pegasus. As for the gray horse, it does not belong to you.
The gray horse was lent to Tom Cheney by my father. Cheney only had the use of him.
I will pay $225 and keep the gray horse. I don't want the ponies.
I cannot accept that. There will be no settlement after I leave this office. It will go to law.
All right, this is my last offer. $250. For that, I get the release previously discussed, and I keep your father's saddle. The gray horse is not yours to sell.
The saddle is not for sale. I will keep it. Lawyer Daggett will prove ownership of the gray horse. He will come after you with a writ of replevin.
A what?
Writ of
All right,
replevin.
now listen very carefully, as I will not bargain further. I will take the ponies back and the gray horse, which is mine, and settle for $300. Now, you must take that or leave it, and I do not much care which it is.
Lawyer Daggett would not wish me to consider anything under $325. But I will settle for $320 if I am given the 20 in advance. Now, here's what I have to say about that saddle.
Frank lost his daughter. Oh, my poor child. Oh, my poor child.
Are you going to be staying with us, or you hurry back home to your mama?
I'll stay here if you can have me. I just spent last night at the undertaker's in the company of 3 corpses. I felt like Ezekiel in the Valley of the Dry Bones.
Well, God bless you. Now, you've been rooming with Grandma Turner. We've had to double up what with all the people in town come to see the hanging. This was in your poor father's room. Now, that is everything. There are no light fingers in this house. If you need something for to tote the gun around, I can get an empty flour sack for a nickel.
What did you see when you arrived? An old woman was out in the yard, dead with blowflies on her face. The old man was inside with his breast blown open by a scatter gun and his feet burned. He was still alive, but just was. Said it was them 2 working boys done it and rode up drunk.
Objection. Hearsay. By declaration, Your Honor.
Objection's over. Proceed, Mr. Logan.
All them 2 working boys, the Otis and C.C., throwed down on him and asked him where his money was. And when he wouldn't tell them, they lit pine knots, held him to his feet. He told them the money was in a fruit jar under a gray rock at the corner of a smokehouse. And then, all they died on us. Passed away in considerable pain.
What'd you do then?
Well, me and Marshal Potter went out to the smokehouse, and that rock had been moved, and the jar with the money in it was gone.
Objection. Speculative.
Sustained.
You found a flat gray rock in the corner of the smokehouse with a hollowed-out space between. If the prosecutor's going to give evidence, I suggest he be sworn. Mr. Cockburn, what did you find, if anything, in the corner of that smokehouse?
Found a flat gray rock with a hollowed-out space under it, nothing there.
Then what did you...
Jar, nothing.
Yeah, what did you do?
Well, rode up to the Whartons there, and there was a North Fork tracks of Canadian.
What did you find?
After the Canadian. I had my glass, spotted them two boys and their old daddy Aaron down the creek bank with some hogs. They killed a show. Had a fire built under a wash pot for scalding water.
What'd you do?
Now, as we was U.S. Marshals, I hollered out to Aaron. We needed to talk to those two boys. He raised an axe, commenced to cussing us and blackguarding his court.
What did you do then?
Well, backed away from the axe, trying to talk some sense into him. While this was going on, Cece, he edges over to the wash pot there behind the steam and picks up a shotgun. Potter seen him, but it was too late. Cece Wharton pulled down on Potter with one barrel and turned to do the same for me, and I shot him. The old man raised the axe, and I shot him. Otis lit out, and I shot him. Cece Wharton and Aaron Wharton were dead when they hit the ground. Otis was just winged.
Did you find the jar with the $120 in it?
Lady?
Sustained. What happened then?
Found a jar with $120 in it.
What became of Otis Wharton?
There it sits.
You may ask, Mr. Gowdy.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow.
Mr. Cogburn, in your 4 years as U.S. Marshal, how many men have you shot?
Never shot nobody I didn't have.
Well, that was not the question. How many?
Shot or killed?
Let us restrict it to killed so that we may have a manageable figure.
About 12, 15, stopping men in flight, defending myself, etc.
Around 12, he says, or 15. So many, you cannot keep a precise count. I have examined the records and can supply the accurate figure.
Oh, I believe them two Wharton boys makes it 23.
And how many members of this one family, the Wharton family, have you killed?
Me did, or?
Did you also shoot Dub Wharton, brother, and Cleet Wharton, half-brother?
Oh, Cleet was selling ardent spirits to the Cherokee. Come at me with a king bolt.
A king bolt? You were armed, and he advanced upon you with nothing more than a king bolt from a wagon turn?
I've seen men band a torp with nothing bigger than a king bolt. I defended myself.
Returning to the other encounter with Aaron Wharton and his two remaining sons, you sprang from cover with your revolver in hand.
I did.
Loaded and cocked.
Oh, if it ain't loaded and cocked, it don't shoot.
And like his son, Aaron Wharton advanced against an armed man.
Well, he was armed. He had an axe raised.
I believe you testified you backed away from Aaron Wharton.
That's right.
Which direction were you going?
I always go backwards when I'm backing up.
Very amusing. Now, he advanced upon you much in the manner of Cleet Wharton, menacing you with that little old king bolt or roll-up newspaper or whatever it was.
Yes, sir. He commenced at cussing and laying about with threats.
And you